Hi, it's you. In this video, I'm recording my voice again. It's been so long since my last video in this creative journal series, so I decided to make this one in the form of a journal to share some thoughts. Trust me, I share a lot on social networks every day, but definitely not in long-form YouTube videos. Honestly, it always makes me cringe a little, but I guess sometimes I should practice sharing my thoughts more openly. I've been vlogging more seriously since October 2023, so it's been about 2 years now. Even though my channel hasn't quite reached where I hoped it would be, it has developed quite well. It clearly looks like the channel of someone who cares about fine art, specifically art exhibition. And just a heads up, this vlog is going to be a long one. I want to sum up my art vlogging journey a bit. Since October 2023, I've made 2 trips to Korea and vlogged the whole process. Of course, those videos were mainly about art, but I also touch a bit on the culture and the city life of Seoul and Busan. Looking back, it was a lot of production. After the first trip, I released 7 videos, plus a visual diary showing just my photos. After the second trip, I made another 7 videos. I even created 2 comprehensive guides sharing my experience for all the art lovers visiting Seoul and Busan. To support those long videos, I also started making a lot of shorts. I used to hate doing them, but honestly, I've gotten used to it now. I really thought my Korea trips would be big hits and boost my channel, but well, they haven't been quite as successful on YouTube as I imagined. I've been thinking a lot about why the channel hasn't grown faster. I guess one reason is that my content was a bit of a mixture: old and new videos, daily life, photography tutorials, and then art. I suspect that mix wasn't very good for the YouTube algorithm. Also, even though I've traveled to places like Korea and Thailand, most of my content focuses on art exhibitions right here in my hometown, Saigon. Those topics probably aren't catching enough global attention yet, especially since Vietnam is still growing in the international art market. And another factor is the format itself. I've been making quiet, faceless vlogs, which is definitely a harder path compared to creators who talk and show their personality and their face. So I've taken a few steps to improve the channel. First, I unlisted many of my own videos that weren't related to art. I even hid the photography tutorials, which used to get better views than the art exhibitions. That was a really painful decision to me, but I believe I can go further with art content than I can with photography. And I also started caring more about SEO for new vlogs, at least starting with the titles. But the hardest hurdle is still me. Using my voice and showing my face is still a challenge. I guess I just have to keep figuring out a solution that feels right. Next, I want to talk about my art, the core subject of this channel. Right now, I'm actually juggling 2 projects at the same time. The first is my artwork called Night Cafe. It's an acrylic on canvas painting that I started back in May 2024. That feels like a long time ago, right? My previous 2 paintings both took around 2 years to finish, so I set a goal to finish this one within 2025. But since we are already at the end of the year, it doesn't look like I'm going to make that deadline. The reason is that I'm now splitting my painting time with another project, one that actually helps me earn more money. I'm developing a home decor series of paintings. They are hand-painted typography. On the screen, they might look like digital prints, but they are actually acrylic on canvas, mounted on wood panels. I'm really happy to have sold more than 10 of them so far. It feels like beginner's luck. Most of the sales were to friends and then friends of friends. Now I'm hoping to sell more beyond my close circle. I guess this is the dilemma of an artist, is it? The balance between making something to sell versus making things that are pure art. So that's the update on my creative work lately. I'm planning to make some adjustments to my vlog content one more time. I want to share some of my work process and creative experiments. while still keeping the art exhibition tours.
Trên tay mình hiện giờ là cuốn artbook có tên là I của Yone Yamamai.
I also really want to do more book reviews. I love making them, but honestly, each episode takes so much time to produce.
Lần này thì Dương sẽ review cuốn sách có tên là Van Gogh Complete Paintings. Sách in rất là dày dặn. Ở trên tay mình đây là quyển sách Pareidolia, nhưng mà thực sự quyển sách này trình bày rất là tốt các cái tác phẩm của anh, và mình cảm thấy là mỗi lần xem là sẽ có những cái cảm giác khác nhau.
In the meantime, I just hope I can keep working consistently on my painting, balancing both home decor project and the big night cafe piece. I really hope I can make a significant change to my income soon, so that I can feel freer to just paint. Anyway, I don't have the answer to that dilemma yet. I think I'm going to keep creating, keep experimenting, and see where it takes me. Thank you so much for listening to my rambles today. I know this was different from my usual quiet vlogs, but I really wanted to try something new and connect with you a bit more deeply. If you are an artist or a creator, let me know in the comments. How do you balance the work you do for money with the work you do for your soul? I really love to hear your perspective. I guess by the time I publish this video, it will be very close to the end of the year. So let's hope for a much better year ahead. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.